Have you ever found yourself completely at ease, maybe strolling through a busy shop, enjoying a quiet park, or just feeling secure in your own apartment building? We often take that feeling for granted, don't we? But what really goes into making those spaces truly secure today, especially with, everything changing so fast? Today, we're taking a deep dive into how artificial intelligence is doing more than just redefining safety. It's actually boosting efficiency, too. Think about places like construction sites, big retail stores, even shared spaces in apartment buildings. Our mission for you, our listener, is to kind of cut through the noise. We want you to discover some surprising facts, maybe some actionable insights about how AI is going way beyond just cameras, how it's proactively stopping incidents, saving serious money, and interestingly, protecting privacy too. All in one package. We'll look at this through the lens of Alpha Vision's approach. They're doing some really innovative stuff with edge native tech. So, to kick things off, why is traditional security? Well, why is it often falling short these days in public places? It seems like there's this common set of pain points facing everyone from builders to shop owners to city managers.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is just how layered these challenges really are. Let's start with the budget. Money's always a factor, right?
Always.
So a traditional 24/7 security guard on site that can run you around $170,000 a year for just one guard around
Yeah.
the clock.
Wow, okay. That's a huge number.
It really is, and that's a massive line item. But here's the flip side. If you don't have that coverage, the cost of unchecked theft or accidents or vandalism,
Yeah.
that can be way, way higher. We're talking lost materials, project delays, stopping everything, insurance premiums going up, even, damage to your reputation. So the saving isn't just the guard's salary, it's preventing that whole cascade of problems.
Right, it's the downstream costs.
Yeah.
Okay, so beyond just the pure expense, what other limits do these old methods have that AI is trying to fix?
Well, building on that, there's the whole retrofitting challenge.
Yeah.
Think about older buildings, government places, even older shops. They just weren't built with modern security tech in mind. So running new wires for cameras, installing better lights, it's disruptive, it's expensive, it takes time. And for remote sites, like a huge construction zone, often there's no reliable power, no network connection. Makes traditional setups almost impossible sometimes.
Okay.
And another big headache, managing all these different separate systems. You might have CCTV cameras from one company, an alarm system from another, maybe a third-party monitoring service.
Yeah, trying to get everything to talk to each other.
Exactly. It just eats up time and effort. Plus, outdated software on any of those bits. That can be a serious cybersecurity risk in itself. It's a constant battle keeping it all working together smoothly.
Makes sense. And then there's compliance liability. That sounds complicated.
Oh, absolutely critical. In the U.S., you've got regulations like the NDAA and the National Defense Authorization Act. It actually bans certain foreign-made tech components. And that's not just red tape. It reflects real concerns about, supply chain security and sensitive tech. Then you have privacy laws, state, federal, like Illinois' BPA, the Biometric Information Privacy Act.
IPA, right. Heard a lot about that one.
Yeah, it sets a really high bar for how you handle surveillance data, especially biometrics. And property owners. They carry serious liability if crimes happen on their site. The article mentioned 71% of U.S. apartment renters think their landlord should do more for security. That's huge pressure. Legal pressure, but also, keeping tenants happy.
71%. Wow. And finally, just the sheer number and types of threats keep changing, right?
Precisely. You got everything from nighttime theft of, say, copper wire at construction sites to shoplifting or return fraud in retail. Then in apartment buildings, it's maybe package thieves or unauthorized people getting in. The real issue is the volume of video. Trying to have humans watch all those camera feeds 24/7, it's overwhelming. People get tired, they miss things. It's just too much data for eyes alone.
So yeah, these pain points really do paint a sobering picture. They create these gaps that, that bad actors can exploit, putting people and property at risk. So given all that, the big question is, what's the fix? What's the shift we need?
Exactly. And this is where a platform like Alpha Visions comes into play. It represents this new breed of security tech. They call it edge native.
Edge native. Okay, what does that actually mean in practice?
It means the intelligence, the AI brain, isn't just sitting in some distant cloud server. It's right there, on site, inside the cameras, inside local devices. And that design choice, it has huge implications for speed, because the access happens instantly, for reliability, because it works even if the internet connection goes down, and really importantly for privacy, because less raw data needs to be streamed off-site. It processes right where it's collected.
Okay, that edge native idea sounds like a pretty fundamental rethink. So how does that translate into actual features that tackle those challenges we just laid out?
Well, one thing that jumps out is their real-time detection and proactive response. They call it the AI inspector.
Hmm.
It sounds like advanced computer vision AI that's watching video feeds constantly, 24/7, actively analyzing, looking for threats or anything unusual the second it happens. So it's not just recording passively. It's like a
Yeah.
like a virtual guard that never sleeps.
Yeah.
And it can even trigger things automatically, right? Like a siren or flashing lights.
Yeah, automated deterrence. But crucially, it also ties into their human monitoring partner, A plus Guard. Ah, okay, so it's AI plus human oversight.
Right. When the AI flags something suspicious, a live operator at A plus Guard gets an alert. They can look at the live feed, verify it in seconds,
Mm.
maybe use an on-site speaker to say, you're being monitored, or call the police directly.
Got it. Like Dr. Yi Jin from Alpha Vision said, the AI flags it, A plus Guard steps in, stops things before they get worse.
Exactly. Addresses it immediately.
What also sounds really powerful is their magic search tool. That sounds like a lifesaver for investigations.
Oh, it's a game changer. Instead of someone manually scrubbing through hours, maybe days of footage.
Which is just painful. I remember trying to find footage of a package delivery once. Took forever.
Right. With this, you use natural language. Just type in, say, person with the yellow hard hat at gate 3 on Monday. Or maybe upload a picture of a car and ask, find this red sedan in the parking lot.
And it just finds it. In seconds.
Finds all the relevant clips in seconds. They mentioned it helped retail teams save up to $80,000 just by quickly debunking fraudulent slip and fall claims. Found the footage that showed what really happened.
$80,000. Wow. And it does more than security. Operational stuff, too.
Yeah, things like people counting, heat mapping. That helps retailers optimize store layouts, figure out staffing levels. So it adds value beyond just catching bad guys.
Okay, and let's circle back to privacy. That edge-native design seems key here.
Absolutely. AlphaVision built this with a privacy-safe approach from the ground up. Because it processes locally, it minimizes how much raw video gets streamed to the cloud.
And crucially, you mentioned it doesn't rely on facial recognition.
Correct. No facial recognition, no intrusive biometrics. It focuses on patterns of behavior like someone loitering suspiciously or entering a restricted area. That avoids a lot of the really tricky privacy issues and helps comply with laws like BPA.
That seems like a really important distinction, focusing on behavior, not identity.
It is. Plus, all their cameras and devices are NDAA compliant, which we mentioned is vital for government use. And they partner with US-based monitoring centers like A plus Guard.
Right. And finally, deployment. How easy is it to actually set this stuff up? Sounds complex.
Actually, they've designed it to be pretty plug and play. They offer these turnkey hardware kits, enterprise cameras, sensors, even self-powered mobile units.
Self-powered, like with batteries or solar.
Exactly. High-res cameras, speaker built-in, battery or solar power, and crucially, cellular 4G LTE connectivity.
Ah, so no Wi-Fi needed. That solves the remote site problem.
Precisely. That cellular connection is key for places without easy network access. It means you can drop a fully functional intelligence security unit pretty much anywhere. And it's all wireless and modular, making it cheaper and faster to install or expand, even in tricky spots. Everything feeds into one unified cloud dashboard, the VMS, or video management system. All cameras, all alerts, one place. And it can work alongside existing systems, too.
And it scales up. You mentioned some big names using it.
Highly scalable. Yeah, clients like 7-Eleven, Walgreens, DPR Construction, IKEA, even the city of Anaheim and LAX Airport, Fortune 500 companies, major builders, city governments, shows it can handle complex needs. Plus, you get support for everything, hardware, software monitoring from one place.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've talked features, tech. But this raises the important question. How does all this smart AI stuff actually translate into real-world results? What's the tangible impact?
Great question. Let's look at some specific examples.
Yeah, let's bring this back down to earth. What does it mean in practice? These case studies sound pretty compelling.
Okay, first, construction sites. Take DPR construction. Big job sites, lots of valuable gear, people coming and going, high risk for theft, accidents. AlphaVision's AI inspector basically gave their project managers real-time eyes everywhere, flagging safety issues, theft attempts, people where they shouldn't be. They had one incident, an overnight alert stopped thieves trying to steal copper wire. That saved thousands in material loss, but also prevented a whole day's delay on the project.
That's huge on a construction schedule.
Massive. They found projects using this AI saw up to a 74% reduction in budget overruns related to these kinds of issues. Plus, better safety compliance, fewer potential fines, less litigation risk, And the project execs, they could just check a dashboard and see all their sites live. Peace of mind.
74% avoidance. Impressive.
Okay, what about retail, like Dollar Tree?
Right. For them, the big battle is shrinkage theft, break-ins, but also those fraudulent injury claims we mentioned. And they operate on tight margins. The AI cameras spotted suspicious behavior leading to real drops in shoplifting. Sometimes just an automated audio warning, security alert, please return to the checkout, was enough.
A voice from the ceiling, basically.
Kind of, yeah. And crucially, fighting fraud. That example where video debunked a slip and fall claim saved potentially $80,000 for that store or region. Plus, the operational analytics people counting heat maps helped them optimize staffing. And they even saw property values increase by up to 25% in some cases, partly because of the better security and insights.
25%,
Yeah.
just from the security system. AI-driven safety and insights contributing to the overall value, yeah. And the predictable cost, like around $999 for a setup, made it affordable compared to guards.
Okay, interesting. And the third one, residential co-living with triple ink.
Yeah, multifamily housing has its own challenges. Package theft is rampant, car break-ins. But you also have to balance security with resident privacy. People don't want to feel like they're living in a fortress. So AlphaVision provided 247 coverage for shared areas, entrances, lobbies, parking lots. It deterred intruders, caught people trying to get in who shouldn't be. Their incident management tool made it easy for staff to find footage, export clips for police reports. They mentioned it helped make arrests quickly when they had a string of scooter thefts.
Ah, useful for evidence.
Definitely. And security became a selling point. Remember that 75% of renters who prioritize security, this helps attract and keep tenants.
And the privacy angle. How did residents feel?
Because it's privacy conscious, focused on threats not spying, residents felt safer without feeling watched constantly. It maintained that trust. Operationally, it helped manage multiple properties more easily, too. Kind of a force multiplier for their staff.
These examples really do highlight that common thread, don't they? Prevention, efficiency, across very different places.
Absolutely. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, AlphaVision's deliberate focus on meeting U.S. standards, federal and state, and earning that trust, that's a really significant advantage here.
That's a crucial point. Let's unpack that U.S. market focus a bit more. You mentioned the hardware is NDAA compliant. That's essential for government work, obviously, but it also addresses those wider security concerns about where the tech comes from.
Right. Mitigates risks from banned components, ensures supply chain integrity.
And on privacy and data security. That edge-native, privacy-safe design minimizes how much data goes to the cloud. It holds footage only as needed for actual security reasons.
Exactly. It's watching for threats, not monitoring people personally. You can configure it for local storage too, plus it has audit logs, user permissions, all crucial for compliance with laws like BPA.
And the monitoring piece, using A+ Guard's US-based centers, why is that important?
Well, it ensures the person handling an alert, maybe issuing a voice warning or calling 911, it's actually in the U.S. They understand the local context, can coordinate smoothly with local police. It just works better.
Makes sense. And having clients like the city of Anaheim or LAX airport, that certainly builds confidence, doesn't it? It shows it works in sensitive public environments.
Definitely signals trust.
And it adapts to different state rules, too, like audio recording or how long you keep footage.
Yeah, it's configurable. Need to disable audio for two-party consent states, you can do that. Need to limit retention to 30 days, set it up that way. The reporting also provides transparency, which public agencies need.
Right. And finally, the cost angle for cities or public bodies. You contrast that $170K guard cost.
Yeah, exceeds $150, maybe $170K depending on the area.
Yeah.
Compared to an AlphaVision setup, which is just a fraction of that annually, it becomes a much more fiscally responsible way to boost public safety. Helps reassure the community that money is being spent effectively. It really lives up to their tagline. Smarter security, smaller bill.
Smarter security, smaller bill. I like that.
So just to reiterate the main point here, this kind of AI-powered edge-native surveillance, it's not science fiction anymore. It's practical, it's proven, it delivers real safety solutions for everyday challenges, offering total protection but with better value. It shifts security from being just a cost, a reactive thing, to being a proactive guardian, even a strategic asset.
So ultimately what this means for you, our listener, maybe you're a developer or property owner, maybe just curious, is you get real gains. Fewer incidents, faster responses, better oversight, and maybe even knock-on benefits like lower insurance costs, happier tenants or customers, a better reputation. Seeing a sign AlphaVision secured might actually mean something.
And this leaves us with maybe a final thought to chew on. What does it really mean for your spaces? where you work, where you shop, where you live. When the building itself, the infrastructure, becomes intelligent, becomes a proactive guardian, how does that shift, this profound shift in security tech? How does it change what you expect in terms of safety, efficiency, and, yeah, privacy in a truly smart environment?
It means you now have a much deeper understanding of how AI is shaping the future of public safety. And it's not some far off future, it's happening right now, delivering real results today across the country.